Before New York, before Washington, before any European ship ever touched its shores, a sprawling metropolis thrived in the heart of North America. It was bigger than London at the time, a bustling hub of culture, trade, and power. This city was Cahokia, and chances are you've never heard of it. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of history and uncover America's greatest forgotten city. What we find will challenge everything you thought you knew about the continent's past. The story most of us are taught is a simple one. European settlers arrived to find a vast, untouched wilderness. But just outside modern-day St. Louis, Missouri, the remnants of a very different story rise from the earth. Imagine standing here 1,000 years ago, around the year 1050 CE. You wouldn't see an empty forest. You'd be standing in a city teeming with up to 40,000 people. All around you, the skyline is dominated by over 100 massive earthen mounds, pyramids built by hand, basketful by basketful of soil. At the city's heart stood the largest of them all, Monk's Mound. This colossal structure, with a base larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, soared 10 stories high. Atop it sat a grand building, perhaps the residence of a powerful chief or a sacred temple, from where leaders could look out over their domain, a city that stretched for 6 square miles. This wasn't a primitive village. It was a feat of sophisticated urban planning. Houses were neatly arranged in rows. Public plazas buzzed with activity, and a massive 2-mile-long defensive wall, a palisade, encircled the city's core. The people of Cahokia were not just master builders. They were also brilliant astronomers. Near the city's center, they constructed what archaeologists now call Woodhenge. It wasn't made of stone, but of giant, evenly spaced red cedar posts arranged in a perfect circle. At sunrise, during the solstices and equinoxes, the sun would align perfectly with specific posts, marking the changing of the seasons. This wasn't just for ceremony. It was a vital calendar, telling them when to plant and when to harvest the vast fields of corn that fed their massive population. It was a perfect fusion of science, spirit, and survival. Cahokia was the center of a vast network. Archaeologists have found artifacts here that came from all over the continent. Copper from the Great Lakes, seashells from the Gulf of Mexico, and exotic minerals from the Appalachian Mountains. This wasn't just simple bartering. It was a complex trade system that connected dozens of different cultures, with Cahokia as its undisputed capital. They created incredible works of art, like the famous Birdman tablet, a depiction of a warrior dressed as a falcon, a symbol of power that has been found hundreds of miles away, showing the extent of Cahokia's influence. For 300 years, this incredible civilization flourished. It was a beacon of human ingenuity and social organization. And then something happened. Around the year 1350 CE, the city began to empty. The plazas grew quiet, the homes fell into disrepair, and grass began to reclaim the mighty mounds. Within a generation, Cahokia was abandoned. A metropolis that was home to tens of thousands of people simply vanished. This is the great mystery of Cahokia. Why did they leave? There was no sign of a massive invasion that wiped them out. The city wasn't burned to the ground. For decades, scholars have debated the cause, piecing together clues left in the soil. One leading theory points to environmental collapse. Supporting such a large population required immense resources. The Cahokians cleared vast areas of forest for timber to build their homes, and the massive palisade and for fuel. This deforestation led to erosion and localized flooding, which could have ruined their precious cornfields. Did they simply exhaust their environment, a powerful lesson in sustainability? Another theory suggests social and political turmoil. A city this large and complex would have required a strong central authority. Perhaps there was a rebellion against the ruling elite. Some archaeological evidence points to increasing warfare and social stress in the city's final years. Maybe the system that held Cahokia together for so long simply fractured from within. A story of power and its inevitable decay. Or was it something they couldn't control? Researchers have analyzed sediment layers from a nearby lake and found evidence of a major climate shift around the time Cahokia was abandoned, a period of prolonged drought and unpredictable weather. For a society completely dependent on agriculture, this would have been catastrophic. A few failed harvests could lead to famine, disease, and a loss of faith in the leaders who were supposed to guarantee prosperity. Perhaps the gods, who they honored from atop their mighty mounds, no longer seemed to be listening. The truth is likely a combination of all these factors, a perfect storm of environmental strain, social unrest, and climate change that brought this great city to its knees. The story of Cahokia serves as a haunting reminder that even the most advanced and powerful societies are fragile. It's a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between civilization and nature, a balance that, when broken, can lead to total collapse. But here is the most important twist in this tale, the secret wisdom that Cahokia leaves for us today. The people themselves did not vanish. They migrated, they adapted, they changed. Their descendants are still with us, scattered among various Native American nations today, like the Osage, the Ponca, and the Quapaw. They carried the stories, the traditions, and the hard-won knowledge of their ancestors with them. When European settlers finally arrived in this region, centuries later, they saw only empty fields and mysterious earthen hills, which they incorrectly called a wilderness. They failed to see the ghost of the metropolis that once stood there. They failed to understand that the land wasn't empty. It was resting. It was recovering. The story of Cahokia isn't just a fascinating piece of lost history. It's a mirror reflecting our own time. We live in a world of sprawling cities, facing our own challenges of climate change, resource depletion, and social division. The people of Cahokia left us a powerful legacy. Their descendants carry the wisdom of what it means to live in balance with the earth, a wisdom we desperately need to hear today. The rise and fall of America's forgotten metropolis teaches us that our survival depends not on how high we can build, but on how well we listen to the land we live on. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Tales of Secret Wisdom for more hidden histories. Let us know in the comments what you think happened to Cahokia. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.